today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence.
And incomplete to open things up.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis.
And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Titan defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag. And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, this defense for the Titans, very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Day. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Lawrence will throw.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Almost feel sorry for the kicker here because you know he wants to go out there and contribute, but they keep. Stay on the bench. I think it's just simply a matter of a head coach saying, I believe more in my guys with the football than sending you out there to kick it.
Well, he wants to make a big statement here on the opening drive, and a statement he's making. Now they've got it 1st and goal after that conversion. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Now, the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A Great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Titans. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And you've got to think that they've got to be to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step back and find receivers downfield.
That's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
The Titans at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Day. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Anderson eluding the pressure right. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Anderson. Forced out to his left. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
17's Mike 17.
Now Anderson. Flushed out right.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in...
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Anderson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
26 mark. Hey, come on now. 26 mark. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 26 mark.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
They'll try to run with Pollard.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 3 touchdown passes there for Jalen Hurts. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Dameon Pierce accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to run again here with Pollard.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Anderson.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Etienne once more.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They toss it down to Pollard.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run with Pollard.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Butker on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Day. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how Taking their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, it's Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Lawrence.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Davis.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Now Lawrence to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Anderson now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Back to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anderson.
That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Anderson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're Welcome back to Nissan Stadium, just across the river from downtown Nashville. We're on to the fourth quarter, and it's the Jaguars who currently have possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Lawrence.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Anderson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Trayvon Walker
in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.